Yeah, welcome to us here at Royal Ascot on another Punters guide, a very special one. Frankie and myself in our finery ahead of the day 5 at Royal Ascot. Looking forward to Saturday's racing, a great card. We're going to start with the Jersey Stakes. You quite like one at a price. Who's already a Royal Ascot winner?
Yes, Holloway Boy, and I'm glad you opened with that and mentioned that he is a Royal Ascot winner because he does have some great old form. He just hasn't been able to show it recently in the top level. You know, he's not, I don't think he is a Group 1 horse, but at this level I think he's massively overpriced and should run into the frame. I'd hope he has to refine some old form, but if you do want to be inspired with Holloway Boy, go and watch him last year, go and watch a couple of his starts when he's been in the frame in those decent races around about this level. Don't worry about what he did most recently, and as all horses are trained for Royal Ascot, he should put in his best.
There we are, the Holloway Boy. I like Olivia Meralda in the Jersey. I thought she was impressive at Epsom last time. I think 7 furlongs is her trip. Quick ground. She's 2 from 2 over 7 furlongs on quick ground. There could be another winner this week for Ammo Race. We'll move on to the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes, the sprint, and a truly international contest. We've got American, French, Hong Kong, Australian, British and Irish runners.
It is. It's a great race, cracking race, and it's super competitive. And even Highfield Princess now will take a chance again, won't she? And definitely kind of makes you stop and think, could she go and do it? I'm going to side with the Aussies, Artorias. I really like the fact that this horse has been over to England twice already last year. He was 3rd in this race last year and 3rd in the July Cup. So he's been to England, he knows his way around here. Now he's been to Ascot, he travels well. They did really fancy him last year and they'd probably be disappointed with 3rd, but he didn't get the easiest of runs when it mattered, and he comes here arguably in his best ever form. His performance over in Australia last time out recorded his best RPR to date, so if he is still progressing, and like I said, he's been here before and puts in another good show, I think he'd be hard to stop. You do need a bit of luck in running because he probably does his best work late on, and there's a lot of runners, but provided we get a gap, I fancy the Aussies, Matt.
Well, James Badalda's told us at Betfred that he thinks Artorias is in much better form than he was 12 months ago, and he was 3rd in that renewal. I'm going to take a chance each way with Sacred, who's just behind, beating a length in 5th at last year. She's kind of called a 7 furlong course, but a stiff 6 is right up her street. She looked good as ever at Lingfield last time out, beating the opposing Sandrine, and I think there could be another winner for William Haggis this week. I think Sacred could be the one in the big Group 1 sprint, the 6 furlongs, the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes. We move on to the Hardwicke, which is a small field, which is a cracker. Hulmes come back from almost retirement, it's almost a career-ending injury, to win and beat Desert Crown the big days. We've got the Melbourne Cup 4th, Dover Legend as well. Free win for Frankie to sign off, but you like something else?
No? Dover Legend.
Oh, it's Dover Legend.
Yeah. I don't know whether I'm overcomplicating this and trying to be clever. Do you just say, look, Hulmes went past Desert Crown, last year's Derby winner, with ease after coming back from a break, and he should just go and do the same? Is that the simple answer and stop there? I don't know. I like Dover Legend just because how much this horse seems to be improving with every single run. He's just gone from, I think, winning a Group 3 to a Group 2 to going over to Australia. Like I said, the Melbourne Cup, and ran a good 4th in that. That was slightly further, dropping back to what I think is his best trip, and he'd put his best performance in over this trip. And as I said, he looks like he's improving every single time he runs, and you get an each way price about him. So Dover Legend, I'd be happy to take on the favourite, but as I said, maybe I'm just trying to be too clever.
I like Dover Legend as a horse. I think he's got a decent chance here. Is his starting point, and maybe Melbourne Cup could be the target once again. I thought Free Wind back up to a mile and a half. She beat Rogue Millennium at York, who's already a winner here this week over a mile. She's enough toe for that, but we know she's got stamina. I think it'll be another winner for Frankie this week. Free Wind will be a popular one here as well in this winner's enclosure behind us if he was to win the Hardwicke Stakes. The last race we're going to look at then is the Wokingham. Just the 28 runners over 6 furlongs to look forward to, Frankie. Big field handicap, what do you like?
Oh God! In the Wokingham, Lion of War. No, yes.
No, that's
the race before, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're going. Race after. Last race day. Race before. Yeah. I'm in the right model. Where we are.
It's the big handicap. I'll go first. You get on with it. Oh, you got it.
King's Lynn.
Ah, right.
King's Lynn.
Another Royal winner.
Yeah, another Royal winner on the last day would be brilliant. A horse that's ran in loads of top level sprints consistently. And then, if you look at his best rating, I think he was rated 111 at one point. Then that's dipped slightly. He runs off, I think, around maybe 107. And am I right in saying Harry Davis will take off 3 on him, which could be crucial? So a mark of 104 for a horse that has raced off a mark at 111 at his best and put a good second in at Chester last time on ground that maybe didn't suit. I think King's Lynn, Harry Davis is a great jock, and I think that £3 probably they've been saving that for Royal Ascot, and this might be his best chance.
There we go then. Got there eventually, didn't we? Kingsland for Andrew Baldwin, maybe a second Royal winner for His Majesty the King and the Queen here this week. I think Arachi is going to be so hard to keep out of the frame. I know he's favourite, I know he's been well backed. He was obviously ran well in a gym crack as a juvenile, missed plenty over racing, but 2 wins already, impressive this season. One at Newmarket and then here at Ascot. Charles Sills just has that knack of getting him to peak for these sprint handicaps. He's had plenty of success here in them in previous years, and William Buick on board, he knows how to get him over the line as well. So yes, 28 runners, but I'm keeping it simple. I think the favourite Orazio could be the one to beat in the Wokingham on Saturday. So that's 4 races looked at on Saturday, the 5th and final day. It's been a fantastic week here at Royal Ascot. What's been the highlight so far?
Probably the Dettori winner for me. He's going to be sorely missed, isn't he? He's such a big part of racing, and he just has that knack of connecting with people. The way that he's got the big smile and personality, even coming up on stage, and everything that he does and how he talks captivates so many people. I saw someone do a piece to camera asking who their favourite jockey is, and 9 out of 10 was Frankie Dettori. Either because he is their favourite or because they don't know anyone else, but he's the man that everyone knows in racing. So we're going to miss him, and I'm glad that he's had a winner. I'd love to see him have another winner before the week's up. And it's been all about Mr. Dettori for me this week.
It certainly has. Well, his final ride here at Royal Ascot looks to be Zuyab, who's probably going to be one of the shortest prices of the week. He was supposed to be a reserve in the 5:35, the Golden Gate Stakes handicap on Saturday, but one has come out, so Zuyab gets a run. Frankie will ride. I think this will go off pretty short. There'll be a massive wave of public support for Frankie Dettori in his final ever Royal Ascot ride. Whenever you're back in on Saturday, though, the very best luck. It's been a fascinating and fantastic week here at Royal Ascot. Hopefully you can end it with a winner.